Hey guys, welcome to block 4 of the Cowboy Athlete program. Really excited to get this block started, and here's exactly what we're going to be working on. In our strength department, we're going to be working on front squats and back squats. Our goal here is to take our total weight down, and we'll increase our reps a little bit and use this as a little bit of a reset for the mechanics of your squat. So I want you guys to get a lot of exposure to squatting with relatively heavy weights for a lot of reps, holding perfect positions. So we're going to start out our first week. We're going to be doing sets of 8 and then repeat sets, so multiple sets of 8 at that top load that you get to. But your overarching goal is really to rebuild that squat. So if you have a deficiency of when the weight gets heavy, you don't go all the way down to your full depth potential, or when it gets heavy, you start letting your knees cave in or loss of midline, whatever that may be. We're going to use this block to reset and really work on improving that fault. Along with that, you guys will be doing a lot of squatting. So we're going to be building your muscular endurance and your capacity to move moderate weight for a lot of reps in a row. We're going to alternate between both front and back squats, so you're going to get exposure to both of those styles of squatting. Along with that, for you guys that are doing the individual program, I have a couple of affiliates on board. For the individuals, you guys are going to be working on the snatch and the clean deadlifts. So that's to build strength of pulling from the floor and mimicking the exact same positions. So it's not just technically a deadlift. I'm looking for you guys to use the exact same mechanics that you would during the snatch and the clean. And we're just going to strengthen and overload that and get used to pulling with really heavy weights and holding good positions that'll carry over to your full lifts. Now, moving into our weightlifting specifically, when we do this in sessions that are outside the Metcon, we're going to be doing that at least once a week during this block. We'll alternate between the full lift, so a full snatch and a full clean and jerk. We're going to use pauses, complexes, and EMOMs to keep us on track here. But we're going to be doing kind of a lot of different types of workouts, damn cat, with our weightlifting to get you guys really comfortable with the barbell and get exposure to a good amount of heavy lifts. So it's one thing to be able to execute a empty barbell or a super light lift but it's a whole other thing to do that with relatively heavy weights. We're going to push that capacity as best we can and getting quality reps there. Then in our gymnastics portion, we're going to actually be working on some strict gymnastics of pressing. We'll be using strict handstand push-ups and ring dips or bar dips. And there's going to be a bunch of different versions because I know that some people are awesome at those things and then some people are still working to get their first one. So it'll be fully laid out in your daily notes for the workout. But we're going to be using an EMOM of doing 30 seconds of submaximal work, 30 seconds of rest, and we're going to be retesting that each week and alternating between handstand push-up and ring dip variations. It'll be really easy to track your progress and try to add a rep per set or every other set each week as we go through this. So I think this is going to be a very, very beneficial strength block for our pressing movements. In our Metcon, we're going to be doing lots of running. So last block we came out of a big running block where we did your 2-mile time trial, and then you guys had lots of intervals basing off that, and I saw 95% at least of all of our athletes PR their 2-mile by insane amounts. So I was really, really happy with that last block. So good job on you guys, way to stick with that. Now we're going to take that newfound running capacity and push it into our multimodal functions like our normal CrossFit type of workouts. Also, because we're going to be doing so much high-skilled weightlifting, with relatively lower total volume in our weightlifting sessions, we're going to be doing lots of barbell cycling with moderate weight in Metcons and get some good practice moving a barbell under fatigue. Finally, in our monostructural domain, we're going to be doing a long interval, like a 60-minute bike run row. It's anywhere from 30 to 75-minute range. That low intensity work has a huge payoff and it doesn't beat you up. So this is something that I'm planning on keeping for the extreme amount of our work. It's really hard to overdo that low intensity cardio piece, and it has so much benefit. So I always have that in there, almost always have that in there, and I really want you guys to take that seriously and do it. I know that was a huge point for me and improvement in my career, so I definitely recommend that. It doesn't tax you and it has such a huge benefit. We will be using a 5-minute max cal echo bike test for our power output in a monomodal structure and get you guys' aerobic power up as well as your lactate threshold. So we'll test in with 5-minute max cal echo bike or a solid bike if you have it. And then we're going to be doing a variation of intervals of a shorter time domain and getting your capacity up. And then at the end of the block, we'll get a retest and PR there. So I'm really looking forward to this block. Shoot me a message if you have any questions.